Let's, it's 10 o'clock. Welcome everyone to the Tuesday, 21st day of April, Weber County Commissioner meeting. It's 10 a.m. I'd like to welcome everyone here, Commissioner Gage Frohr as chair. With me, Commissioner Jim Harvey and Commissioner Scott Jenkins. We'd like to start this meeting with Pledge of Allegiance. And Stacy, are you with us? And start with Pledge of Allegiance by Stacy, and then invocation with Shelley. Let's go to that point.
Please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Go ahead.
I
pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Shelley.
Our dear, kind, gracious Father in heaven, we're so thankful for the opportunity we have to meet here today. We're so thankful for the technology that allows us to continue conducting the business of the county. We are grateful for our leaders and their ability to guide us through these difficult times. And we are so thankful that we are doing well. Please bless our leaders that they continue to be guided with wisdom and are cautious. Please bless everyone that they remain safe and healthy. We ask for these blessings in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. Commissioner Jenkins, thought of the day.
Well, the thought of the day, right now we're going through some pretty tough times in our county. We've done a really good job in handling that. And we just got to stay vigilant and stay with it. The mark of good leadership is not giving up partway through the fight, to keep it going. And that's just what we've got to do as the leadership of this county. We've got to stay on top and on the mark and keep doing what we're doing. And it'll all turn out. This will pass as well as other things. And we just got to be vigilant. And so that's my thought today is vigilance. That's what it takes.
Thank you. Exactly right. We're going to get through this, and you're 100% accurate. Thank you very much. Okay, public comments. Shelley, I didn't see any records in here that we've received any. Am I missing some that were
No.
emailed in?
Nope.
Okay, so I'm assuming no public comments. Let's move on to the consent items. So we're moving to consent items F1, request for approval of warrants 2663 through 2687 and 448906 through 449047 in the amount of $2,580,000, $131.17. F2, request for approval of purchase orders in the amount of $119,715.93. 3, request for approval of minutes for the meeting held on April 14, 2020. 4, request for approval of new business license. 5, request from the Weber County ice sheet for approval to surplus cash registers. 6, request from Weber County Animal Control Services for approval to surplus equipment. 7, request from the Weber County Tax Review Committee for approval of a refund in the amount of $386.94 to Brown Farms motor vehicle registration plate number 1677898. 8, request to approve a clerk auditor request on behalf of West Haven City to waive approximately $100 in tax penalties and interest for parcel number 0844500031, which is a small lot that grants access to the Layton Canal. Once the parcel is deeded to West Haven City, the Tax Review Committee unanimously recommended approval of this action. 9, request for approval of change order number 4 to the 12th Street Corridor contract with Staker Parson to address conflicts with the West Warren water line. 10, request for approval of change order number 5 to the 12th Street Corridor contract with Staker Parson to repair the night irrigation pipe at the Oxbow Crossing. And 11, request for approval of ratification of policy 2-800, employee furlough. That's the consent items as listed. Commissioners, comments, questions?
I have none.
I have none based on what was presented today, Mr. Chair, and would make the motion that we approve after we hear from Mr. Hatch on the details.
Okay, we've got a motion to approve after Commissioner Jenkins. Did you second that?
I'll second it. Sorry.
Okay, so we got a second. Ricky, let's go to you.
Good morning. 7 purchase orders this week for $120,000. 36% of that amount, or $43,000, is for the health department, and that is going towards carpet for the health building. 32%, or $38,000, is to purchase a generator for the Eden Valley Tower. 12%, or $15,000, is for the garage, and that is for repairs made to the dump that will be made to the dump truck. 8%, or $10,000, is for the transfer station, and that will go towards emergency staffing. As far as checks, we issued 165 checks for $2.6 million. Just over a third of that amount, or $883,000, was ramp awards, which was given to about 10 different entities throughout the county. 13%, or $343,000, was free. And the bulk of that was the Vital Core nursing contract, but there was also some inmate mental health services, culinary, and utilities. 10%, or $247,000, is for the fleet, and those are for vehicle replacements for the roads, which included a steel bed for the plow truck, as well as vehicles for operations at Parks and Rec and the sheriff. 8%, or $300,000, is our monthly payment for paramedic services. 7%, we had 2 items, one for $193,000, and that was our monthly contribution to the Weber Human Services Department. The other one for $182,000 is our annual software maintenance for our county financial system. And that's it.
Thank you very much, Ricky. Any questions now from the commissioners? We have a motion. We have a second. I'm going to place the motion. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Chair votes aye. Motion carries. Consent items are approved. Thank you. Let's move to our action
Gage?
items. Yes,
Gage?
sir. Yes.
There is one question. And Commissioner Harvey, maybe you can answer this. We surplus the horse trailer out at Golden Spike. Do you know anything about that?
I do. It was from what I remember on that, it was actually used as an animal ambulance for the animal services. And so when is my understanding on that. That's what I remember.
Okay.
We put that to, just so you know, those things are still happening, but those now become the condition of the contractor or those who contract with us, and so the liability is no longer on the county; it's on those who are with us. We're always there as a backup, but we just haven't used it, and it's something just good business to not do that. So that's what they've done.
You know, when they service that, if a guy wanted to buy it, how would he try to buy that?
So he would. That's great. That just like anything that we surplus, Commissioner, those things go through Ricky Hatch's office with Jason down there in purchasing, Jason Horn, and those things are gone through the public process, and so everyone would have an opportunity to purchase those any items, not just that one, but any items from the county.
So Ricky, can you tell me a little bit about that? Do we have a bid date or something like that?
Yes. What happens is our purchasing will issue a notice to county employees, and then there is an internal bidding process among county employees. And there's a minimum bid, which is pretty close to what it would go on the market for. And if that bid is not met among county employees, the bid is opened up to the public, and the public is allowed to bid on that.
Okay. And we just do that online?
Yes.
Okay. Very good. That answers my questions, Gage.
Thank you very much.
So-
Okay,
Sorry, Mr. Chair, one other question. So it's
Go ahead.
employees, but is there an opportunity for the public to participate? Maybe I missed that part, Ricky.
Yes. First, it's opened up to employees. However, it's based off of a minimum value, which is equivalent to what we, as far as good as we can determine it's market value. So if all the employees bid and none of the bids meet the minimum amount that we think we could get from the public, then it goes to the public. So in other words, county employees don't get a special, any better deal than the public.
makes sense. Any other questions for Ricky?
That does
Thank
it.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you. So let's move on to action items. G1, request for approval of a resolution of the County Commission of Weber County appointing members to the Liberty Cemetery Board. Stacy Skeen.
All right, can you hear me? Okay?
Stacy, good morning. Go ahead.
Good morning. So I received notice from the Liberty Cemetery Board that all of the members that were currently serving, their positions were expiring. So I noticed the vacancies for 30 days and I received 5 applications and they're all from the current members who are serving. So you have those applications before you.
So
Great. So
Stacy,
did-
none are new.
None are new, no. And so with the resolution that you have before you, Brian Barron just kept them in their same positions and with their same terms, just, with more current terms. So expiring in December 2021 and 2023.
So Stacy, did all 5 of them expire at the same time?
Yes, some of them expired in 2017 and
Oh,
And-
okay.
a couple of them expired in 2019.
Got it.
Shouldn't we stagger them so this doesn't happen again?
Yeah, we do. It's just that they never renewed their board. So I don't renew unless I'm notified that their positions expire. And I was notified over a month ago from Jennifer. When I looked at the previous resolution, they had expired. They were already, all of them were expired. So,
But they're staggered terms from this point on then.
yeah, they all have been staggered terms.
Yeah.
It's just that some expired in 17 and didn't renew, so
Got it.
now they're good till
Okay.
2021 and 2023.
Okay, commissioners, you've got the list, the applications in front of you. Questions, comments?
Gage, I went through those and had no issue, but I would make a motion that we approve those.
Second.
Okay,
I'll
Commissioners,
second that.
it's Resolution 10.
so is
Commissioner
that your
Hart.
motion? Is that your motion, Commissioner?
Yeah,
Resolution 10?
this is Scott.
Okay, Commissioner Harvey,
Aye.
Commissioner Jenkins,
Aye.
or
Aye, thank you.
you.
Carries, they're reappointed. Thank you very much. Let's move now to action item 2, request for approval of an addendum to the agreement by and between Weber County and Rebecca Voimos for indigent defense attorney in juvenile court. And that would be presented by Mr. Barron.
Yeah, so the legislature made some changes that impact the juvenile court. It's going to require the juvenile court to have their probable cause hearings every 24 hours instead of every 48 hours. Marianne Ellis covers those hearings for us currently, but she's not available to cover them on Thursday mornings because she's in a different court. So Rebecca Voimus offered to cover on that day for this particular amount. And so that's the only change that's being made here, is assigning her those detention hearings on Thursday mornings.
Okay. So no change in compensation or any other monetary changes.
She does get a little bit of an increase. It's $2,625 a year.
Okay.
And so it's going to take her about an hour on those mornings that she covers it, and she'll be paid at the rate of $62 an hour for that.
Got it. Okay. Questions, commissioners?
Does this, I do, one question, Mr. Barron. Does this add money to the total compensation line item in that particular budget then?
No, we have a little bit of additional money in the budget, and we do that because we have changes like this that come up. And so there's money there in the budget to cover this expense already.
Okay, thank you. No other
Thank you.
questions, Mr. Chair?
Thank you. Additional questions, comments? If not, I'd entertain a motion to approve.
So move.
Second,
All those in favor say aye.
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 Chair votes aye, motion carries. Action item 2 is approved. Thank you very much. So as I'm been informed, there is no public hearing. So agenda item H will be moved to a later date. Is that right, Shelley? So we'll move that to a later date. It appears to
Okay.
me, yes,
I want to talk about that just for a second. So this
go
public
ahead.
hearing, what's that about? You know,
This is about the block grant funding, from my understanding. And I don't know if you have,
Sorry, Commissioner, it's emergency block grant funding from Wasatch Front Regional Council. It's a CDBG grant.
Commissioners, do you want me to give a quick explanation?
well,
Yeah.
I do. And my point is, this is my point before you get to there. My point is, I don't want to walk into a public hearing, never having had a presentation, and asked to vote on something.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a little bit of a blind shot at us. And you like to be prepared for these kind of things, especially public hearings. I mean, they're generally big deals.
Yeah.
And
Sure,
I
this is
expect
just,
somebody
sorry, this is-
notified.
go ahead, Shelley.
this is just one that she has to do this or else HUD won't allow them to have grant funding. I don't think you really have to take much of even a vote on it. She just has to state it in a public hearing, just like they do the CDBG grants originally.
Oh, okay, then, so this was not that big a deal.
Right, sorry about that.
Yeah, commissioners,
okay.
this was a request from Wasatch Front Regional Council. They received additional community development block grant funding as part of the CARES Act that was recently passed. And in order to appropriate that funding, they have to hold a public hearing. Typically, they use Tooele County for the annual funds that they receive, but they wanted to use Weber County for this just to get this moving quickly. So I sent an email out just asking you, Commissioner Jenkins, if you were okay with Weber County being the sponsor agency for this public hearing. And
Sure.
that's
And I
all.
remember that. I didn't put that and this together. I'm sorry,
Okay.
Sean.
So you're fine. That's all this is. There's no action really needed. Wasatch Front Regional Council just has to hold the public hearings in order to use that funding.
Okay.
Question,
I
Mr.
didn't
Chair?
put the two together, Gage, so I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. That was my understanding. This was just basically for informational purposes that they required under that guidelines to make a presentation, but it didn't really require any action on our behalf, Scott.
Okay.
Question, Mr. Chair?
Go ahead.
For Mr. Wilkinson, are you saying that Wasatch Front Regional Council then views us as progressive and organization that gets things done? Is that why they wanted to present it to Weber County?
I believe that is the case, yes.
That's exactly the way I understood it. Okay. Anything else, commissioners? Commissioner comments? Commissioner Harvey, congratulations again for your big win over the weekend. Well deserved.
Thank you.
We look forward to having you on the team again. So that's great.
You know, I've been with the county for a quarter of a century now.
Wow.
And we've had some really good commissions in the past. I've never worked in the capacity where I do now with those, but certainly very close when I was with the Golden Spike Event Center. But I want to tell this team, especially all that are on this call, because we've got many department directors and the two of you, that I really, really love and respect our team. I'm actually personally honored to be associated with you. The great thing I found was working in this position is you work with a lot of really quality people that have great intentions, and I'm very grateful for this. It's a privilege to be able to serve here and to be able to serve where we do. We've certainly, and especially as a commission body, we've stood up to bullies and we've stood up to processes that haven't been necessarily pure and right. And we've changed those and made the right corrections. And I know that we've done well for our community that I think will pay dividends that don't just go for decades, but maybe for the next 100 years. And I'm really glad to be associated with that. We don't necessarily need the credit, but I know that it started here and it started in some of the back rooms and stuff where it happens. And there's pure, good, wholesome, non-self-serving dialogue that goes in there. And I'm grateful to be a part of it. It's been really good for me. And I appreciate all of you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Commissioner. Commissioner Jenkins, comments?
Thank you. I do. You know, I feel the same way as Commissioner Harvey. It's a pleasure to be here. I love working with all the folks that are on this call right now. I look at y'all here and you're wonderful folks. And I love working with all of you. It's my privilege. The county is doing really good in the middle of this coronavirus pandemic that we got going on. And I think we're doing really good things. I'm right behind you, Gage, and opening this up and getting things going here again. And we just got to hang in there. So, yeah, we're doing good.
Thank you very much. Let me just say again, I agree with those comments 100%. This team we have here at Weber County is one of the, if not the best I've ever been associated with, certainly at the top of the ranks. And as you all know, we're moving ahead based on decisions with Commissioner Harvey, Commissioner Jenkins. We're stepping out a little bit in front of a couple of these other counties as we try to get Weber County back in business. We'll be having a Zoom meeting here with all our elected officials shortly. We had one earlier today with all the mayors in our county, alerting them of what our plans are. And so I'm just very proud of what your support and what we are accomplishing here. I really feel that by taking this step forward, we're making the right decision for our businesses. At the end of the day, if we're making the right decisions for our businesses, that means we're making good decisions for our citizens as we give them the opportunity to get back into some type of lifestyle, even though it won't be the same lifestyle that we've experienced previous to this. We are starting to see light at the end of the tunnel. And I can tell you this, without the support, without your help, we would not be where we are today. So again, thank you very much for what you do. We're not out of the woods yet, but as we move forward, we take these steps. My opinion is that very soon that those bright days will be with us. So thank you very much. With that, I'd take a final motion.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Thank you very much. Talk to you soon.